How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's
Just
see here.
tired. Just
Tired?
can't wait for exhausted.
Yeah, I imagine. It's been a hard push these last few weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just can't wait for the Thanksgiving break to begin.
Just an
We still,
FYI, I'm going to be out starting tomorrow through Tuesday.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tonya is working on posting the survey. It's not gone out
Oh,
yet,
no?
and yeah, so far I have not heard anything about any more requests for either graphics or anything that is related to survey. But I think we are good.
Okay.
We
Okay.
need it.
Okay. With the surveys, is there, like, is it, well, I guess, what's the holdup? I'm curious. Do you know?
Well, it's working on the public input tool.
Oh, okay, on the actual tool. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And so is the idea there that, like, when you post this, you're going to have the presentations for each segment for people to review?
Yeah, we are going to have all three presentations and also some recordings.
Right.
We are done with the recording as well, and all that will be posted.
Okay. I did have a question about that. Maybe we'll get into that in a minute. Are we waiting on anybody else?
We can
Okay.
get started.
So, yeah, I mean, really wanted to just recap all of the public meetings, see if there was anything, kind of action items or anything left over that we needed to address from that point. We will be putting together, I'm assuming, a notes and meeting minutes. My question, though, was how would you like that to be done? Do you need that by segment, or are we able to kind of create one large document that outlines the notes and minutes from all of the public outreach?
It may be a good idea to do it by segment.
Okay, so maybe I can do the summary by segment, but if you recall, the first two meetings were very light on public input. So that's why it's like to create a document for, and a lot of it, if I remember right, I have to go back to my notes, but like in our first meeting, I think a lot of it was like clarifying questions along the way. So it wasn't even direct questions. It just feels like creating a document for that is going to be pretty skim. So what I could do is just do an entire memo and then just break out sections for the different meetings, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
So for the preferred concept, like we may have a combination of alternatives, right? So
Right.
it may be a good idea to segregate these comments that way. But yeah, your approach is good.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll still be in those segments, and that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the timeline for you needing that to be delivered? Like, is it tied to anything that we should be aware of?
So when the survey closes, within like a few days after survey closes, that's when we post our outreach summary. So they should all be ready for that.
Will the outreach summary have the survey results in it as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll have the minutes ready to go. Then the survey will close. I believe that was December 22nd.
December 20th is a Friday. Typically, we give it till the end of the week. And but if we are getting delayed on posting it, don't know if we should push it.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about the holiday schedule. So when would you plan on sending out the summary?
We could do it like first week of January.
Okay. All right.
If we close it on 20th, we'll have like good 2 weeks to work on the summary.
I guess that's my point. Will you be working the next 2 weeks, given the Christmas holiday?
Yeah, why don't we just make the survey close at the end of the year? Just give people a little more time since there's holidays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then, if that was to happen, did you say you needed how much time after the survey closes, Nandipa?
For the summary?
Yeah, or to garner all the, I don't know quite how the data gets summarized on the back end of the survey tool, but how much time would it take to do that?
Tanya shouldn't take more than a couple of days once it closes to give us, all the information from the survey.
So currently, we're planning on being back. The holidays are a little funny this year, but on the 6th. So do we want to say then you will send out the feedback and summary maybe like the week of the 13th sometime?
No, first week of Jan. Once the survey closes, 2 to 3 days within it closes, we can give that information to you. It's that a spreadsheet with all the information, right?
Yeah, that's when you're going to give that to us, correct?
Yes.
Right, but you're going to want us to clean that up and then put that together and all of that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Right.
With us returning on the 6th, I think we would need that week to be able to turn that around.
Okay, so you're saying you'll have something ready by the second week of January?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Second full week of January. Okay.
Okay.
Let me talk to my staff just to make sure on schedules, but then I can give you a definitive date.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And so, yeah, you mentioned the video that you guys are trying to do. So I wanted to make sure I was clear on what you were needing from us for that.
No, we don't need anything. It's all done. So Tanya will be uploading those videos.
Okay.
Yeah, we had everything that we needed.
So there had been some discussion about needing a presentation that showed the entire corridor. Is that still something we need to do, or are the segments and what you have right now good enough for this round?
No, we just used what you had, like where you combined all the 3 segments into one place. So we just went by that.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's great. So it seems like at this point, any work related to the public meetings is wrapped up on our end. We're waiting for the survey results. We'll get that taken care of at the beginning of the year. I started thinking a little bit about kind of the next steps and what might still need to be addressed. One being the existing conditions report. So I'm hoping that we can jump back on that. And I'd like, Nandita, just to make this as efficient as possible, for us to maybe have a working session and talk through the report. We had one before with Zara and Eric, but that was a really long time ago and before we got into the madness of the alternatives. So I would like to schedule that. I'm hoping to schedule that for the beginning of next year, like in that same time frame when we get back in January.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm available this December as well, next month, other than the Christmas day.
Just for my schedule, my December might get a little bit challenging. I haven't worked it out, but I might need to take some time off. So that's why I wanted to. Worst case scenario, it would be in January.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And with the survey summary and the next steps with the preferred concept and all. Like if you can give us an idea of the schedule where we would stand with our analysis and the next round,
Right.
that'd be helpful.
Yeah, one thing that could be helpful to understand is how do you want to go about developing the preferred concept? Would you like us to look at all the survey data and then provide recommendations on how we think we can incorporate all of that feedback to develop the preferred concept? Will you all want to have discussions internally and help like lead or direct that preferred concept development? I just wanted some clarity there.
I think we should wait for the survey results, but before that, for the vehicle analysis results, there's been some feedback about severe congestion at intersections and how, reducing the vehicle capacity is going to make things a lot worse. So just wanted to make sure we are capturing all that to our alternative one while we are working on the preferred concept. And if we need to focus more on that, and be careful while we coil this final concept.
Can you explain that a little further? So what are you asking us to do?
Do we did everything in a rush, right? All these didn't have much time to review for the vehicular analysis results. But, there has been some concern about severe congestion at some of the intersections, and just want to make sure we captured all that before we make recommendations for the preferred concept.
Yeah,
so if before we receive the survey results, if we need to spend more time looking at that, and, just want to make sure we are capturing all that queuing and delays well. Like, for example, I know David is not here. It's something that I'd like to talk, actually. For the southern segment, for example, on Aston Street, for active transportation alternative, we are showing really low delays. And that is because, the congestion is being held in the middle segment, and the vehicles are being stuck there around the time that we are gathering the results. And that's the reason we are showing free flow traffic there. But in reality, when that traffic starts hitting the southern segment, so what congestion we are expecting there? It could be at like 550 or 555, or when we are close to the peak. And because we are averaging it, we are looking at not so much congestion.
Okay.
Is what I mean.
I think I do understand what you mean. I think the best way to move forward, just thinking through our budget and not spending more and more time, would be to set up a working session again with you and Dave. You've kind of gone through all the alternatives. If there are still any outstanding questions that you have that you'd like to resolve before we go into the preferred alternative, then we just talk about it at that point. That's probably going to make the most sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would also be helpful for us to just send you all of the files, and if you wanted to, I don't know if you can run Vissim and kind of see what's happening there, but I think I'd like to do that.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
If you can just send me all the latest versions of both the spreadsheets, because we've been just using the slides for all the latest information. I need all the spreadsheets and the Vissim files.
Okay. But I think with the thought that whatever we discover, it won't be us going back and redoing any of those alternatives. It would be making sure that any adjustments occur in the preferred alternative.
Right.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And then on the documentation side for the future conditions report, I think we'll get started on that as well at the beginning of the year to kind of get a head start on all of that documentation. Don't really want to wait till the end there.
Okay, sure.
Okay. That's all I had. Did you have anything else at this point?
No, I don't think so. So, if you're out tomorrow, and just in case Tanya needs something, any refinements for graphics and all, who should I reach out to?
Everybody's out tomorrow, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that it hadn't gone out. Yeah, what are you in? Yeah.
I mean, do we have? I'm in. So
Are you in?
Yeah, I just would need to know where the files are to be able to edit and get one of the Creative Studio folks on it.
Okay, we can touch base then.
So yeah, Nandita, if there's anything, just check in with me.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Chris. I don't think there's anything more, but with the tool, like if any refinements are needed with the graphics, those are the things that I'm just thinking ahead of time. But I think we should be good for the most part. So you're
Okay.
out from tomorrow.
And I will
Ozzy,
be
you are
back
out
next
from
week,
tomorrow till
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
but the rest of the staff.
They return
Only-
on Monday.
Oh, okay. Okay, so okay, you're all out then. Rest of the week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. And others, any questions, comments? Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, thank
Okay.
you, everyone. Have a great holiday.
Thank you. You too.
Same to you.
Bye.
See y'all.
Talk to you all
You
soon.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
Hey, so I appreciate you stepping in to help